Mindset, a daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markle. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markle.
Hello, welcome back to Morning Mindset. I truly hope that you enjoyed and got something out of yesterday's episode, or episode 77, Safety Through Punishment. I'm assuming that many of you have been in environments where the corporate policy was to create punishments to increase safety. And you probably, maybe in your heart of hearts, you thought, I know that's not right, but I've never been able to articulate it. Share that episode with your peers, with your supervisors, what have you. Let's stop trying to punish people to make them safe, and instead let's try to train them. All right, moving on to today's episode. There will always be a reason not to. What does that mean? And you should end a sentence with the word to, Paul, and I understand that. Many people say that they want to lose weight. They want to get stronger. They want to kick a bad habit. But they're just too busy right now. Have you ever said this yourself? Or have you ever heard people say, I am going to lose weight. I know I need to. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to do that. I know I need to. But right now is not a good time in my life. Right now, I'm busy with family or I'm busy with work, or this month I'm going to be really busy with work, and I can't do it now. But I will. I'm going to. It's kind of like the old episode, Airplane. Who saw the original movie Airplane? Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. If you haven't, go find it on Netflix or something and watch it. But there will always be a reason. If you accept excuses from yourself, and that's something we talked about previously, now is not a good time will always be a reason. It's easy to find that, right? Let's say you were in the I'm going to get in shape, whatever shape it is you want to be in. You said, I really need to get in shape. But, this week the kids are doing school projects, or I'm doing extra work for my job, or it's the summertime and the kids are off of school, so I'm really busy. But when the kids go back to school, then I will. Or when the kids are back to school, you say, it's getting to be the Christmas season and it's the holiday season, and I'm way too busy during the holiday season, so I'll do it in the springtime. And then the springtime comes along, and it's really, really nice outside, and you're like, it's nice out now, and we're going outside, we're doing more things, and I just don't have time. There's always going to be a reason not to. That's the way humans are. And don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself that eventually you will find that time. I know a lot of folks who've said to me, as young married couples, they say, we're not going to have a kid yet because, our lives are currently blankety blank blank. I said, let me tell you what, if you're waiting for that perfect magical time when all of the stars are going to align, and in your young life as a husband and wife, everything's going to be perfect, and now is going to be that magical moment when it's a good time to have a kid, it's never going to happen. Folks, it's never going to happen because that's not how the world works. But I hear it all the time. You're like, now we're... there may be extenuating circumstances. Don't get me wrong. I understand. People may have medical issues, or someone's going to jail or something like that. And I get that. But your normal day-to-day, there's always going to be a reason. You're always going to have an excuse not to if you accept excuses. Now, something that we at my company, what we've been teaching and talking about for years is the making yourself doing it and disciplining yourself. And when you don't feel like it, for instance, when it comes to physical exercise, when it comes to getting in the gym, losing the weight, doing whatever it is you want to do. I don't care what you do. When you don't feel like it, that is exactly when you need to make yourself do it. Let's say your plan was to stop by your Globo gym, the Globo gym on your way home from work. And that was your plan when you left the house in the morning, and you got it all planned out. And everybody knows your spouse and your kids, and and if you don't have a spouse and a kid, if you don't have any children and you don't have a spouse, you got no excuse, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you what. But that was your plan, right? Your plan was to do that. You're going to go to Globo Gym and spend a half hour, 45 minutes, whatever. Well, then the day gets busy and things happen, and stuff doesn't go the way you planned it to go. You're a little bit stressed out. You had to do another project. You had to go back and redo work that you already had finished, and now you're annoyed. And it comes time to go to Globo Gym like you had planned to, and you say to yourself, I just don't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I don't want to. If you have any hope of disciplining your body and disciplining your mind, that is exactly when you need to do it. Anybody can do it when it's easy. Anybody can do what they should do when it's easy. But when it's tough, when you're busy, when you have to actually take deliberate time out of your schedule, when you have to reschedule things to do it, that's when it's tough. That's when you discipline yourself. So stop accepting excuses from yourself. I know that you're busy, and people tell me this all the time. They're like, "Oh, Paul, you don't understand, Paul. I'm busy." Brothers and sisters, I know what it's like to be busy. Okay, so I raised 3 kids. I got a wife. I've had multiple jobs. I've worked contracting. I've traveled. I know what it means to be busy. But being busy is not an excuse to not do what you need to do. If you don't want to lose the weight, if you don't want to get in shape, if you don't want to get stronger, if you really don't want to kick that bad habit, whatever that bad habit happens to be, then don't lie to yourself. Just drive on. But if you're really genuinely serious, when you're busy, when you don't feel like it, that's exactly when you need to take the time and make yourself do it. Because if you're waiting for that perfect moment in your life when all the stars are going to align and everything's perfect, and it's not going to happen. And you'll just end up not doing what it is you said you were going to do. So there's always going to be a reason not to. Stop turning excuses into reasons and do what needs to be done. All right. That's it for today. I am your host, Paul Markle, and I'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markle, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.